we're going to focus on software engineers' experiences today. Welcome TGIF, another Friday, another episode. Bapi, thanks for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Wonderful. So now, today, if you look at as a developer, I get to work on multiple projects. And of course, each project will have a different language that we use to build software. Now, how do we ensure developers stay productive and also have access to their private development environment? So what do we have there?
I think, Sandeep, it's a very interesting question. GitHub Codespaces is a fully managed, on-demand, cloud-hosted development environment, which lets me configure my specific development environment to my preferences. In various scenarios, I work on various libraries, languages, runtimes for different projects and for different development purposes. Now it becomes very difficult for me to manage my environment for each project or for each development scenarios. So hence, I started using Codespaces, which gives me a fully managed environment that I can carry anywhere, access from my browser or from within, from my Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio. So that way, Visual Studio Code becomes a window to access the hosted environment, which is fully configured with the required framework, libraries, and runtime that I can start developing and start working on my project anytime.
Got it. So, Papi, you said you just need a browser. That means all you need is a dumb terminal with a browser for me to actually access my private development environment. Is that right?
Absolutely. You can get started with the browser preferences, and then you can get started coding.
Wonderful. So now, why don't we take a peek into Codespaces, right? Before that, all developers, if you want to get access to Codespaces, sign up for it right away. There is a queue, so you'll get access as soon as your turn comes in. So sign up for that. Bapi, let's see a quick demo right away.
Sure, let's get started.
Alright, let's see GitHub Codespaces in action. What you see on your screen now is my GitHub account, and I have all these various repositories that I work on. I can now create a codespace out of a specific repository. Let's see it in action. For example, Azure voting app with Redis that I use to develop my application, I would like to create a dedicated development environment for me with this particular repository. Once subscribed to Codespaces, I can click on the code button and then just click on new codespace to initiate a dedicated environment in which I can develop my code further. As you can see, it is now creating a system that contains all the required libraries, frameworks, and also my code into it. It has cloned my entire repository into this particular dedicated environment. Now I have an option to really get started with my coding. Just like Visual Studio Code, I have option to install all the required extensions and then code to the cloud. Now this is a dedicated development environment for this particular repository. How about I want to find out all the code spaces that I really want to use for various other projects that I do. Now for that, I can quickly move to my account and then navigate to Codespaces from my account settings. Here I will be able to find all the various Codespaces that I use to work on specific repositories or for a specific branch of that particular project repository. At the same time, it is also very easy to just go ahead and dispose any one of these Codespaces once I'm done. It's as easy as clicking on this particular active Codespace and then go ahead and click delete.
Bapi, that was great. That means for a developer to bring in the sense of belonging, I think Codespaces truly lights up individuals' productivity and also ensures that we carry forward wherever we are. We move forward with our environment, irrespective of which terminal or machine I use. All I need is a browser. That's about it, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So in summary, GitHub Codespaces is an environment where you can move along with your individual development environments across languages, and of course VS Code is the world's #1 IDE, so by default it's VS Code, right? So as a developer, if you want to stay productive with location independence as a central theme, start with GitHub Codespaces. Bapi, thanks so much for joining today.
Sure.
And for all viewers, have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.